Hi everyone, it's David from Lim Power again. Welcome to another episode of Invest Power. Today I want to talk about a bit about financial goal because I think this is an area where everyone as a property investor basically overlooks. I mean, even if you're not a property investor, it would also be good to have some idea about what your financial goal is. If you just want to be able to buy a home and feed the family, in 5-10 years time, where do you see yourself to be? So I think in general, financial goal is applicable to everyone, not just property investors. And I thought I want to cover that because most of the time when I work with customers, the first thing that I ask them is, what is your financial goal? Then it will look totally blank to me, like, well, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Okay, so that's why I want to do these kind of sessions, as you could see. Most people would go, yep, financial goal, easy. I want to retire with, $500 or $50,000. And I go, that's great. Okay, well, in what time frame? You need to go a bit more specific than just that. Most people have a certain figure, or some of them has a time frame, but a lot of them doesn't actually have that amount of detail. So I thought I'll just briefly cover a number of things which I'm seeing as the most common ones which people missed out, as forms as a template and a basis for you to think about and take away to be able to develop your own financial goal. Okay, so let's get started. Now, most common ones that I see, first thing for your financial goal should definitely has a value. For example, I want to retire with a dollar figure. You can tell me what that dollar figure is, or you can fill in whatever dollar figure is. For the time being, I'm going to say, for example, $100,000 passive, and maybe before tax. Okay, so $100,000 passive before tax, because that's why you're doing this. As a property investor, let's say for example, you're a property investor, you're investing property for a good reason. You want to have passive income, you want to have wealth as you retire. So wouldn't you agree that would be good to have an actual amount that you know that you need and be able to work towards that? So that's number one, is essentially the what. What is the value that you need in order to retire comfortably? And that can be your financial goal. Okay. Number two, needs to have a time frame. When do you need that? So the key question here is when. When do you want to be able to achieve this goal in number one? Okay, so some people might go, okay, well, look, I'm going to buy a property and I'm going to leave it for about 1 or 2 cycles. And, basically if you assume that each cycle is about 10 to 15 years, then maybe for 2 cycles, we'll say 20 or to 25 years. At least it's measurable. Measurable in the sense that you understand that this is something that you're working towards and you want to put a time frame on it so that you understand when you will be expecting to actually achieve that. Okay, so 20 to 25 years. So that could be something, and for some people it might be shorter. If you're more aggressive and you want to accumulate more in a shorter period of time, then you might want to put down, you just want one cycle, 10 to 15 years. And if that's the case, then you might have to work a bit harder towards achieving that goal. But it's up to each individual, okay? Only you can decide when you're going to retire and how much you want to go retire. But it's good to be able to write these down so that you can look at them every day. Third thing, has a cause. The question here is why? Why do you want to do this? For every action, there's got to be a reason behind it. So for some people, I might go, don't want to go to work, so don't need to work, because at the end of the day, that's what we all want. We want to be able to trade. We're trading time with money at the moment, and we all want to be able to be free up from that, so that there's passive income coming in and frees you up from the time that you don't need. Okay, so or want to be able to spend more time with family. whatever it is, it's important to actually note down the why, because that is going to be the most important part in order for you to achieve the goal. You want to understand what is the reason behind why you're doing this. If that why is strong enough, then the how will come. That's what we always agree on, and that's what I believe in, totally. So if you don't even know why you're doing this, and let me assure you, if the why is not strong enough, during the journey of property investment, you will get a lot of setbacks. For me, I need to actually write it down, and I actually need to stick it out in front of my laptop. So I'm looking at it every day, and I remind myself this is the whole reason why I'm doing this. I want to be able to, have a passive income, for example, or I want to be able to spend more time with the family, with my kids, rather than being stuck in traffic on Sydney roads, which we all know is pretty terrible. So, that's the whole reason why we're doing this. Write it down, put it out in front of you so that you can see that every day. Okay, so last but not least, let me add one more. Believe. There is no point in writing out a goal if you do not believe that you can achieve it, which is why number 4 is a very, very critical factor as well. You need to believe that you will be able to achieve a retirement of $100,000 a year before tax, let's say in 20 to 25 years time frame. And because these are the reasons why you want to be able to achieve that. You need to strongly believe that this is possible, and that's where once you believe that it's possible, you can work with trusted advisors such as mortgage brokers. You can work with buyers agents. You can work with your accountants in the saying, when they ask you what is your goal, what are you trying to achieve, you go bang, here it is. Here is exactly what I want to achieve. It's measurable. You have a why, you have a measurable goal because you want to achieve $100,000 and you want to achieve in that time frame. Okay, so the team can understand exactly what you're trying to do, and we can develop a plan in order to assist you in getting there. So having this clarity is probably the most important part before you see any advisors, any team members that you want to bring on your property journey. That's all I can say, okay? Alright, well, if you like this video, please click on the like button, and if you've got any comments or any questions about what we talk about today, just comment below, let me know what they are. If you need me to explain a bit more further, I'm more than happy to. I'm always wanting more feedback about how I can improve these Invest Power series, and I'm enjoying these as well. As I said, I'm a whiteboard person, so I like drawing things out, and I like writing these out as well. So I hope that this helps, I'm looking forward to speak to you in the near future.